Welcome, soldier. You're about to jump into a galaxy of opportunity, wealth, destruction, and death. If you are adequately prepared, you are far less likely to die violently on the battlefield. Your war begins long before the first shot is fired. The equipment you choose, including your drop suit, weapons, and vehicles, will determine not only your odds of survival, but also your role on the battlefield. This equipment must be purchased from the marketplace and will not be returned to you should you lose consciousness or life in battle. Your clone continually accrues skill points in battle and out. In turn, these points are applied to skills to increase their effectiveness or to teach you how to use more advanced gear. The skills you train will define the warrior you ultimately become. Your Neocom is as important a tool as any weapon you will ever wield on the battlefield. It provides remote access to the market, allows you to customize combat fittings, plan your skill progress, communicate with other mercenaries, and most importantly, tracks all ongoing ground combat in the cluster. Your mercenary status allows you to fight for the corporations or factions of your choice. Once committed to a battle, you will join your allies in an orbiting war barge to suit up, form squads, compare gear, and devise strategies for the battle ahead. Remember that communication extends beyond the mercs around you. You can discuss tactics both in a local chat and within your corporation, and even with starship pilots in EVE Online. Combat in New Eden is fast, frantic, and brutal. As good as you are, you will die. And when you do, you will reawaken in a clone ready to return to battle, wiser and better prepared for the challenges ahead. Whether sneaking past enemy positions, plowing through them in a tank, or supporting your squad, you must adapt to a dynamic and dangerous battlefield. Tactical objectives change with every battle. You might need to clear out drone infestations or participate in massive land grabs sponsored by galactic empires. You may find yourself fighting wars for ideals, for money, or simply because it's what you're good at. Along the way, you'll meet like-minded mercs and forge alliances. Because one day, the land you're fighting for could be your own. Your teammates don't need to be your best friends, but you will need to trust them and work together as a unit. Being in the same squad will improve your combat effectiveness, and having a starship pilot join you can provide substantial benefits, including orbital strikes on your enemies. Dust 514 is more than a chance to lay down blistering fire, rush over terrain in armored vehicles, and fight across the galaxy alongside your fellow mercs. Every battle, every action, every decision you make will bring the galaxy together or tear it apart.
You show great promise, recruit, but further improvement is required before I can authorize you for full combat. As a cloned soldier, you will endure what few can, and be required to do things that fewer still are capable of. Take some time now to familiarize yourself with the Neocom. Would you like to know more? Your Neocom provides remote access to the market, allows you to customize combat fittings, plan your skill progress, communicate with other mercenaries, and join battles taking place throughout the cluster. It is as important a tool as any weapon you will ever wield on the battlefield. This concludes the current tutorial. Fittings are integral to your success on the battlefield, but it's the skills you train that define the warrior you will ultimately become. Your clone continually accrues skill points, in battle and out. In turn, these skill points are applied to skills to increase their effectiveness. The skills sheet lists all skills your clone is currently hardwired with. New skills are acquired by purchasing skill books on the market or directly from the All Skills tab. This concludes the current tutorial. Excellent. With the right skills and a well-made fitting, you will make a formidable presence on the battlefield. But you're only as good as the tools at your disposal. The market contains all the combat gear you'll ever need. It's here that you can acquire the weapons, dropsuits, equipment, vehicles, and turrets you'll need to create dropsuit and vehicle fittings. Market items can be bought using ISK or Aurum. Unlike other items, a militia item has no skill requirements, so you can buy and use it immediately. For now, purchase the Militia Assault Dropsuit and then exit the market. This concludes the current tutorial. Before you can deploy into battle, you need at least one valid dropsuit fitting. You have been provided with a selection of rudimentary dropsuit fittings, but you will need to devise fittings of your own if you wish to find success on the battlefield. Fittings are assembled from weapons, equipment, modules, and dropsuits purchased on the market or salvaged in battle. This fitting is invalid because it does not have a weapon. You cannot use invalid fittings in battle, so you'll need to complete this one before it can be used. A fitting is deemed invalid for the following reasons. It does not have at least one weapon. One or more items in the fitting have been exhausted. One or more items in the fitting require skills that you currently do not possess. The total PG CPU of the fitted items exceeds the available PG CPU of the drop suit. To make this fitting valid, add a weapon. This fitting is now valid. Notice that every drop suit has a unique slot configuration that determines the type and amount of items you can fit it with. Power grid and CPU, PG CPU, is used up as items are fitted to the available slots. Once the available PG CPU is exhausted or all slots filled, no further items can be fitted unless others are first removed. Keep adding weapons, modules, and equipment to improve this fitting. This concludes the current tutorial. Battle request accepted. Searching for suitable contracts.
A reminder that suicide in public areas is strictly prohibited. Thank you for your cooperation. All non-combat personnel, please report to the aft deck immediately. All non-combat personnel to the aft deck. The tram system will be closed for routine maintenance until further notice. Station management apologizes for any inconvenience this may cause. Sign up. Aura allows you to do more faster. Please visit your nearest marketplace kiosk for more information.
reserves at 50%. Mission accomplished. Hostiles eliminated.